Matthew Stafford is surgical. Everything he does, it turns into gold, man. He's limited to the pocket, I won't lie to you, but he still has a top 5 arm in the NFL. On the roll, standing in the pocket, he can hit any area on the field. His arm has great range. It's unlimited, great accuracy, and he's ice cold when it matters. He's got ice in his veins in the big moments, in the playoffs. Besides Hurts, Mahomes, Allen, I probably got Stafford up there as one of the best playoff performers in the league right now. Him and Puka Nacua, that feeds families in LA. And just wait until Devontae Adams shows up big time. They're going to be hard to beat. They're going to be a Super Bowl contender. They're going to give Philly a run for their money in the playoffs. So this Rams team, I know they put up 14 points. This is a good Texans team. And when you watch Matthew Stafford play at his best, because I got a glimpse of that last year when I watched the Bills game when he destroyed us with Cooper Kupp and Puka, I was like, yeah, this guy's still playing at an elite level. At age, what, 37, 38?
37,
yeah.
Stafford's at 37. He's still got it, man. Not many people on this planet can throw a better football than him, and there's not many coach-quarterback combinations better than Stafford and McVay. My thing with the Rams, though, is, a lot of people think they're Super Bowl contenders. I honestly think they're right outside on the bubble, right? Because to me, they just don't dominate as hard to be a Super Bowl contender. When I think about a Super Bowl contender, I think about Bills, Ravens, Eagles. Those teams just dominate. Chiefs are like a rare exception where it lasts like 3 years. They're not dominating, but no one's just better in the clutch than Patrick Mahomes. With them, their defense, as young as they are, it's becoming one of the better units in this league. They got some young dogs on that side. And just the IQ from Puka, McVay, and Stafford's great. And they're a tough out when they play an Eagles or a Lions. But they've won 10 games back-to-back seasons. Now, part of it's because they limped into these seasons, and then it's always like if they just get in, anything can happen. I think they're a dark horse contender. I think some people are kind of overhyping it. I think they have just a little too good of PR to where people put them in that contenders list. I think they're right outside in anything can happen contenders list, but not a true contender. But, I'll give them a couple more games to get Devontae Adams in check, and then, they'll get the run game going better with Kyron Williams, and he'll have more pop, and they'll put up more points than 14, because 14 is not a whole lot at home. It's against a great defense, but it's not a whole lot. But, yeah, they're going to be a tough out. Like, if you're Philly, just like last season, or let's just say Green Bay, and you got them in the divisional, you're going to beat them. I would take Philly and the Packers in that game, but that's a tough, 24-21. We just got to get away from this Rams team quick, and then we're good.
Yeah, it is more times than not a limp into the playoffs because you got an older quarterback that's always dealing with issues, right? But we know he's a gritty guy. He fights through adversity. He battles injuries. Doesn't matter. But the second they get to the playoffs, that switch flips. And, it must be amazing for a genius in Sean McVay to have trust in a veteran quarterback like Stafford to run the offense. Imagine the pressure that alleviates from a guy who's already at the top of his game, at the top of the head coaching game in Sean McVay. So the second he arrived there, and I've talked about the comparison with Goff, McVay saw Goff as his starting quarterback and was like, we got to make a change. There's levels to greatness here. We had Goff. He could run our offense. Now we got Stafford, and he's a game changer with his arm. Back corner, corners, touchdown, left, right. He can really do it all. So, you know what? I don't mind that, Steven. There are points you watch the Rams, and you're like, I don't know how good they can really be. I don't know if they can contend for a Super Bowl, but you never know with Stafford in the playoffs, man. He really turns it on, and his arm is just... It's top 3 in the NFL, man. You got Burrow up there. You got a lot of arms you can compare it to, but... the way he's slinging it at 37 is just unreal.